What is up, YouTube? That's here, bringing you guys another episode of Wingett. We are coming at you today with a new QR code. I'll be leaving links to this QR code in the description of the video. Do me a favor, check it out. Let me know what you guys think. This team is going to be featuring a Darkium Z Weavile, as well as Landorus Tapu Fini, Rotom Heat, which is definitely my favorite Rotom form, as you guys know, as well as a couple other really cool Pokemon that I'll be getting to in future videos. But for today, we're going to be taking a look at Darkium Z Weavile, and I'm going to be redirecting you guys to the question of the day, which is, what do you guys think the best item on Weavile is? Are you a fan of the Darkium Z or like the Icium Z? Or do you like Focus Sash? Do you guys like Life Orb, or do you like the Fling King's Rock type stuff? Like, what are some of your favorite items? I guess like also like a Choice Band works. I fought against Choice Scarf Weavile before. Weavile can have a bunch of different items, so let me know in the comments below what your favorite item on Weavile is and why, and I'll be doing my best to convince you guys that the Darkium Z is Weavile's best item in VGC 2018. We're leading up against Torkoal, Volcarona, what is that, Lurantis, and Snorlax. There's been a lot of people using Lurantis recently because it gets contrary, and there's been so many Intimidators out running around that it just gets a free attack boost. It gets one superpower off, and this thing is just going to hit like a truck. So, what is that? Contrary Lurantis is actually pretty good, but we're going to bop it with our Darkium Z Weavile. I'm going to show you guys how the Darkium Z Weavile works, and we're going to hop right into it. Here we go. Oh man, that juicy in-game music gets me every single time, and hopefully the game starts. There we go, pretty good stuff. So, this team has a couple other really cool bonds. We're actually not even using the whole, like, combo portion of this QR team in this video. I don't want to give any spoilers until I have to, so you guys will see it eventually. But we're leading Landorus Weavile. That's a pretty good lead. We got Intimidators. We have really, like, hyper offensive typing, and this is going to be a Scarf Landorus. Like, I know a lot of people like Groundium Z Landorus, they like the Assault Vest, bulky Landorus. No, if I'm ever gonna use a Landorus, you know that thing's gonna be Choice Scarfed. You know it's gonna be Choice Scarfed, or some sort of niche roleplay Landorus, right? Because I've done that stuff in the past too. So starting things off, we're gonna see the Volcarona go for Protect. It doesn't want to get Fake Outed, but in reality, I didn't really want to Fake Out it either, because like remember Volcarona gets Flame Body, and I'm thinking to myself, like, man, Volcarona, that thing is one scary Pokemon. I do not want that thing to set up a Tailwind. I don't want it to get going off, so I'm just going to hop a Throat Chop with Weavile. And you may be wondering, why are you Throat Chopping? Why aren't you using Knockoff? Remember, we're using Darkium Z, so we gotta have the highest base power move to boost it, and Throat Chop's just the best option. Unfortunately, Throat Chop is the best option, and it's at this point that he knew that we were Scarfed, so like he definitely has to switch out all his fire types. He's probably regretting not leading with the Lurantis, and this is where we're going to pop, well, next turn we're going to pop something pretty cool. So we're going to go for a Rock Slide on this double switch-in. Pretty decent play, that's pretty decent damage on both those mons, and we just go for another Throat Chop. We were planning on KOing that Torkoal, and remember, we flinched the Torkoal last turn. Definitely pretty lucky, but we softened it up so much that our Landorus would have been just completely fine. Even Weavile might have been able to live like a 40 base power eruption. So here, he thinks he's okay. Look how okay he thinks he is. So his Snorlax just totally ate our Throat Chop Rock Slide last turn, but this time we're busting him out with the big damage. We get the Darkium Z boosted off a Throat Chop. I don't remember exactly how strong this is. I want to say it's like a 175, around 170. Maybe it's just a 160, but I want to say it's a 165 to 170 base Black Hole Eclipse. It's really, really good, and look how much damage this does to a Snorlax. Like, Snorlax is no slouch when it comes to bulk, and we're going to be able to finish that guy off, pick up the K with Darkium Z Weavile. That guy totally didn't see it coming. He's going to go for a superpower. I remember for KOs, but like, you can't tell me Weavile didn't do its job. Like, I got like 2 Throat Chops off. I got a Darkium Z KO on a Snorlax. Like, Weavile's definitely a glass cannon, and we're going to be able to take that thing out for sure. And Lurantis, sure, it got its boost, but like, bro, we got a Rotom Heat here. It's about to get hot, so Rotom Heat definitely could check that Lurantis. Landorus definitely checks the Volcarona. He's still going to be protecting. I think that is his best play, is to just try and protect, bait me out. But, you know, what else are you really going to do? So, he protected with Volk. We're going to hit the Lurantis with a Rock Slide. Starting to deal a good amount of damage to those Rock Slides, even now he has a defense boost, and we're going to Volt Switch into the Volk slot. I really thought that was going to go differently. I really think that's a Sash on the Volcarona. As he pops, is that a Synthesis? Did he Synthesis me? I mean, he definitely synthesized me. But I really thought it's going to be a Sash Volk. I just looked at his team and I thought it was Sash Volk, so that's why I went for the Volt Switch. I don't remember if I do the same thing. No, I think I switch it up and overheat this turn. I think I'm just totally a little bit tilted by the fact that he synthesized me. So Rock Slide comes off from Landorus, and we're gonna hit the Volk. Pretty big stuff, and it was no sash. I was wrong the whole time, which makes this play look like I'm not that bad. So I'm pretty sure I just overheat. Yeah, it'd been funny if I Volt Switch redirected into the Lurantis, but we overheated that slot. Sunlight's gonna fade just in time for Torkoal to come back out, reset that up for me. What a nice guy. And it's at this point that, like, Landorus is not even scared of this Torkoal. Like, what's the worst thing you think this Torkoal could pop on a Landorus? Overheat? That'd be pretty bad, but I'd probably... I might live. But anyways, Torkoal's going to be left at 1 HP, right? And then we're going to go for Overheat with Rotom. Note that Rotom is actually faster than this Lurantis, which is actually kind of funny, I think. And that's going to be definitely a KO. It's going to be stabbed, it's going to be super effective, and it's going to be in the sun. That's fast, effective, and fun right there. So we're going to KO the Lurantis, and Torkoal popping that big HP Ice up onto my Landorus. And you know what? We're not even going to let him have it. Landorus gets to live forever. Choice Scarf for Landorus. I'm about to PP out of Rock Slides, and we're going to finish off the Torkoal with the Rock Slides. So that guy had a pretty cool team, but it was just incredibly susceptible to Rock Slides, and it let my Weavile do as much as it wanted to. So we're going to pick up the KO, we're going to win the game, and yeah, Dark EMZ Weavile. I just want to talk about it. Like, the Dark EMZ, if I didn't have Dark EMZ, that Snorlax would have been able to do something, but we took out the Snorlax right before it was ready to, like, pop off or set up or do something. Like, who knows, that Snorlax could have had, like, Ice Punch or something and would just bop my Landorus right in the face, but through the use of Dark EMZ, we were able to take it out without really losing that much. And note that he got the KO on the Weavile, but we traded like 1-for-1 and then sent out Rotom into like a really dominant field position. So I actually think that it was better that Weavile went down there, because if it didn't go down, like, I might have been in a bad spot. You never know, because like I'm just happy with the way the game went. So pretty good stuff, pretty good first game. We're gonna go into game 2 here. Going into game 2. And, there we go. So we got game 2. Alright, so in game 2, we're going to be going Weavile, Feeny, Rotom, Landorus. I still haven't really shown the whole point of the team. We're going to use that in a future episode. But we're going up against Primarina, Oranguru, Marowak, and Mega Mawile. So this is like a Trick Room team. It looks to be, it's probably a Telepathy Oranguru with like Instruct and just a ton of AoE damage, if I had to guess, because there is a little bit of an option for AoE moves here. But we're just gonna hop right into this one, and I'm gonna show a little bit more of Weavile and its usefulness. It's not just the type of Pokemon that you lead with and it gets KO'd and, you know, you pick up the pieces from there. Sometimes Weavile can come out late game and actually deal a lot of stuff after having a pretty good first couple turns. So we're starting this game off. Remember, he's leading, I think, Primarina and Oranguru. And he probably thinks he's gonna be okay. Like, he's probably thinking, like, yeah, he has a Weavile, but, like, if he's fully EV trained in, like, HP and defense, his Oranguru probably just thinks he can live. Like, what's the worst thing I can do? Knock off? I mean, sure, it's super effective, but, you know, maybe he has, like, the Psychium Z, and he thinks if I'm gonna go for a knockoff, I can't knock off a Z-Crystal, so he thinks he's fine. But this is where we bust out the Dark EMZ. Remember, this is boosted off a Throat Chop, so it's gonna be pretty strong. It's gonna be super effective, and I know this guy just didn't expect it. Like, I know he didn't expect that much damage coming out from the Weavile. Gonna be popping the Black Hole Eclipse once again up on his Oranguru slot. And remember, this isn't just good against Oranguru. This isn't just good against random stuff. Like, this is good against Cresselia. This is good against everything. This is gonna do like 50% at least to like everything. And it makes Weavile a pretty good lead. You have fake out potential, but you also have the ability to pop something super hard and get big one-shots on turn 1. We're going to go with our Specs Fiend. I'm pretty sure this is a Specs Fiend. I don't really remember. But we're just going to go for a Moonblast because why not? There's no other move to use. I don't really want to Muddy Water or Primarina just yet. And we're going to see Mawile come in. And now that my Weavile is intimidated, I don't really need it anymore. I mean, I actually managed to live through the first turn, so I might as well just try and switch out and see if I can, you know, get some other stuff done. So what we're going to do is we're going to switch out Weavile. We'll be definitely using that guy a little bit later. Coming in with Landorus to intimidate the Mawile. Looking back in hindsight, this is probably not the best switch in, because, like, I'm totally switching it in on, like, a Primarina, but I was definitely just tunneling on the Mawile, and I didn't want to, I wanted my Feeny to get a little bit more bang for its buck. Like, I thought about it, if I intimidate the Mawile, I can probably live through, like, 2 or, like, an extra Iron Head, and if I go for, like, 2 or 3 Muddy Waters, I'll probably be able to get something out of that. So, this is our first Muddy Water here. I'm thinking, I'm going to try and, like, 3-shot the Mawile with Muddy Water. which is a little bit optimistic. I'd probably have to get a crit. As we see another echoed voice come in, gonna be hitting our Landorus. Remember, that's gonna be super effective and not optimal. Critical hit. Landorus goes down, and it gets even worse because we're gonna see Weavile Swords Dance right in my face, and I'm like, this man is pretty serious. He KO'd my Landorus. He Swords Danced in my face. Remember, he's only at +1 because he got intimidated, but I'm still scared. So it's up to Rotom to put on a little carry here, and we're gonna go for another Muddy Water. And I'm actually pretty happy that I hit this Muddy Water on both these. Like, this Muddy Water miss could have been actually pretty bad. So we're going to hit the Muddy Water on both of them. We didn't actually drop on the Mawile, which, you know, that makes me feel pretty good. And then we're going to Volt Switch the Primarina. We're just ignoring the +1 Mawile right now. Like, I'm just going to ignore it. Like, I don't even need to deal with that. I really thought he was going to protect, because, like, bruh, I could have just overheated you right in the face, but I didn't want to overheat the Mawile and then eat an Echoed Voice and just go down. So, we decided to come back in with Weavile. Worst case scenario, if he wanted to hit the Rotom slot, I wish have brought Rotom back in. So he was for an Iron Head, and he's just gonna pop my Feeny. That was a +1. Like, Iron Head just one-shotted my Tapu Fini. Can you believe it? I can't believe it. Like, that's actually kind of weird that just one-shotted. And he's gonna bring Marowak in, and I'm like, all right, cool. No more electric attacks. That kind of sucks. This is where Weavile is going to have to actually really try. And we're going to see Protect on Weavile. This set actually has room for Protect on it. He goes for the Sucker Punch on Weavile. It's going to whiff on my Protect. And I knew he was going to use Sucker Punch. I knew it. I knew if his Mawile was strong enough to one-shot my Feeny at +1, he's definitely strong enough to, like, finish me off with a Sucker Punch from there. So we go for Overheat on the Mawile. And he goes for a Shadow Bone onto, I think, Rotom slot, yeah. So pretty good stuff from him, but I think I got it. Like, it sucks that I can't use electric attacks. I don't know how much damage I can realistically do to the Marowak, so this is what we're going to do. We're going to Ally Switch with our Rotom and Throat Chop the Marowak. Pretty good stuff. And, of course, Marowak has such a high base defense that we're not going to be able to KO. But since Rotom used Ally Switch, we got out of harm's way. And, it was funny, he actually used Boomerang, too. He didn't even, like, Shadow Bone. He used Boomerang on a Levitating Pokemon, and it's going to let Weavile get off a second Throat Chop. I don't even have to go for any Overheat Calcs or Overheat misses, or any bit of Overheat, because Rotom is a pretty good partner for Weavile. And Weavile, I definitely feel, was the reason why we won that game. Like, think about it. You go with your Weavile, and Weavile was the one, right, that killed the Oranguru. Weavile was the one that Protect baited the Mawile into, like, Sucker Punching that slot, and, you know, like, Protect from Weavile was pretty good there. And then Weavile was also one that double Throat chopped the Marowak, so Weavile definitely the MVP in these two games. And again, question of the day: what is the best item on Weavile? Do you guys think it's the Dark EMZ? I think it's the Dark EMZ, but as always, guys, let me know what you guys think about this video and about the question of the day in the comments below. Hope you guys like this video, and I will see you guys next time. Peace out.